We'll call this meeting of the Bluefield, Virginia Town Council to order. Town man, or Bruce J. James, would you give a please, the invitation, please? Just follow up, please. I'm sorry.
Let us pray. Our dear most gracious Heavenly Father, we come before you today. Father, we give you all the praise and honor and glory for all the blessings you've given us. Father, most of all, I praise you for your precious Son, which you set to die on the cross, and we may have eternal life. Father, we ask that you be with us this evening and give us guidance and direction in all decisions that are made, and may your hand be upon everything that we do. And we give you all the praise, honor, and glory. And all these things we ask in your precious holy name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, James. Welcome, everybody. We're glad to see we have a few people with us tonight. First thing we have is the approval of the agenda. If everybody's looked it over, could I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
A second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Like sign for no, ayes have it. Next is approval of the consent agenda, which is the meeting minutes from June the 9th. Are there any additions or subtractions? Not hearing any, could I have a motion to accept as presented? We have a motion, could I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I have a question. If you're not at that meeting, can you second the motion?
I believe so.
Okay, I didn't know, I'm sorry, I didn't want to call any trouble. Next thing is special presentations, we don't have any. Special requests and donations, we don't have any. We have a financial report from the Assistant Town Manager, Mr. Hampton.
Thank you, Mayor, Town Council. This is the financial report as of June 18th, 2026. I'll begin with the general fund. Month-to-date revenues, $395,049. Expenses, $686,216.79, for a decrease of $291,216.30. I'd like to note that we did receive about $430,000 in revenues from the general fund today. So that'll actually put us in the positive for the month, this is a side note, and put us a little closer to, our year-to-date totals will be very close with our, transfers. Water fund, total revenues, $86,924.05. Total expenses, $84,470.08, for an increase of $2,453.97. Cemetery fund, total revenues, $1,219.50. Total expenses, $934.60, for an increase of $284.90. Transit, revenue totals, $38,954. Total expenses, $38,275.30, for an increase of $678.70. Fincastle, total revenues, $153,886.08. Total expenses, $195,802.15, for a decrease of $41,916.07. And we will be sending another June 30th final year report to you all after the end of the year to show our totals for each fund.
Thank you, James, we appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we're in decent shape.
We're in good shape.
Okay. Good job. We don't have any old business, new business, or budget amendments. The general manager, please.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council members. From the budget versus actual that Mr. Hampton read, you will notice in the general fund that there were two recreation and community development, which were over the 100% mark. The budget amendments tonight will look to correct that before the year end, as well as all the other departments, water fund, transit, cemetery, are looking good. And then part of the budget amendments tonight will make some amendments to Fincastle, so that as far as I can tell, every department will be in the black by the end of the year, based off of the budget amendments that we ask you to execute tonight. So going into the budget amendments, the first two actually don't deal with this fiscal year. They are correcting the budget that you all approved at the last meeting for the next fiscal year, so I'll make that clear. We had anticipated paying for the vacuum truck out of the water fund. That was something we talked with the auditors about and decided not to do that. So we are moving the payment for the vacuum truck out of the water fund, which is known as the 23 fund, and moving it back into the 10 fund. So that is what these two budget amendments deal with. So specifically, the water fund, LGIP repayment to the general fund for the vacuum truck payment. Again, on the 26 to 27 budget, we will increase a revenue line in the general fund for $129,541.11, and create and expand out of the expenditure line for the vacuum truck payment. So that moves the revenue and the payment into the general fund. What we're removing from the budget, from the vacuum truck payment, is again, in the 26 to 27 budget, decreasing the water fund revenue line by the $121,541. There should be 11 cents on there. And the expenditure line, vacuum truck, will therefore also decrease by the same amount. So all that does again is take the vacuum truck payment out of the 23 fund and move it over to the 10 fund. So I just want to make that clear. No, obviously the dollar amount changes over. It doesn't change the overall budget number. It's just moving it between one fund from another. Had we executed the payment out of the 23 fund for this, the auditor said in their end of year reconciliation, they would have moved it into the 10 fund anyway. So we're just doing it ahead of time to make it easier on the auditors and us. All right, going on then. Now the remaining budget amendments deal with the fiscal year 25 to 26, so the current year that we're in. This next thing, so bear with me, it takes a lot of line items to create the amount of money that we had to move between funds. So this is an end of year general fund adjustment. We are decreasing the following lines out of the general fund: professional services by $20,000, salaries by $10,000, replacement computer equipment $2,000, office supplies $2,000, travel and training $4,500, regular salaries $6,800, the employer FICA, part of our insurance plans, $1,000, VRS retirement $2,000, part-time salaries, regular employment, $7,000. Maintenance service contracts, $10,000. Travel and training, $5,000. Employment, FICA, Medicaid, $2,000. Education and recreation, $1,000. All of those decreases add up to $73,300. The line item that will then increase is $73,300 will increase into IDA expenses, which falls underneath community development. And that will make that community development line basically come into the black for the year. The next budget amendment, again, deals with the general fund transfer adjustment. we are taking one line item, expenditure line, trash truck investment account, and decreasing it $60,000, and moving that line item basically to the transfer to equipment LGIP and increasing that $60,000. All that is doing is taking it out of refuse and putting it into a transfer line, which is where it should have been to begin with, so that we can put the $60,000 into the LGIP accounts for the future purchase of the trash. Number 5 is the same type of issue, decreasing $20,000 out of Public Works reinvestment account, moving that $20,000 into the transfer to the equipment LGIP account for the $20,000. So again, it just was, over the year, we accounted for it in the Public Works reinvestment account line. That will now be taken down to 0 and the $20,000 placed into the transfer to the LGIP line to account for their equipment savings and purchases for the future. Number 6 is a normal budget amendment. We had a refund from Wells Fargo for overpayment to Fincastle, so their revenue line will increase by $1,433.83. A corresponding equipment purchase expenditure line will increase by the same amount, $1,433.83. Next one, number 7, year-end general fund adjustment. Again, now this takes $56,090.44 out of an expenditure line for bridge maintenance materials and transfers that into Parks and Recs and increases their events line by the same amount, $56,090.44. So that will go against the recreation shortfall that was annotated on the budget versus actual summary. Number 8 will be the next one for general fund adjustment. Again, this takes 2 line items, fleet management enterprise account, and removes $44,340.51 from that, and $20,000 out of the LGIP transfer account. That sum is $64,340.51, and that is the amount that will increase to the equipment purchase line. The next one is number 10, a year-end Fincastle adjustment. We are decreasing $80,000, the total of $80,000. This comes from the grounds department, $20,000 from their equipment purchase line, $20,000 out of their vehicle fuel line, $10,000 out of agricultural supplies, $15,000 out of part-time salaries, $15,000 out of the second part-time salary adjustment. This will increase full-time salaries by $40,000 and will increase part-time salaries in the restaurant by $40,000. That equals the $80,000 decreases that we accomplished. So those are all expenditure lines, so that's just moving lines from grounds and moving them into the restaurant. Number 11, again, a year-end Fincastle adjustment. This is a good news story. Their revenue lines are increasing. So the pro shop revenue line will increase by $63,000, and the golf revenue line will increase by $15,000. And the third revenue line, pool revenue, will increase by $7,000. The expenditure lines that will correspondingly adjust for that total of the revenue lines is $85,000. $78,000 expenditures into other programs and events, and $7,000 into full-time salaries. I think your copy on the previous one, I think you had a $10,000 change, and it was amended to be a $15,000 change. One of those lines, or vice versa, 15,000 to 10,000. But the one I read is the most accurate one. I think we caught a glitch after we printed more copies. So I would like to present the one as I read for approval.
Budget amendments, could I have a motion to accept them as presented?
So make a motion.
We have a motion, could I have a second?
I second.
We have a motion and a second. We better do a roll call because of all this, Jim.
Yes.
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 And Ms. Megan.
Yes.
A lot better than last year. I think we had about 50-something last year, so we got it down to 11 for the end of the year meeting. So I'm pretty proud of that. And I think we're pretty accurate in our budget for this year, and then next year, I think we'll be even more accurate.
Thank you, appreciate it. Next item we have is citizens' comments. Do we have citizens' comments? Any citizen like to make a comment?
To me,
You're a citizen, would you like
and
to?
I thought I couldn't speak until 7. Now, my comments are gonna be good.
They always are.
Well, I don't know. Now, sitting up there is one of my best buddies, Kathy Payne, and she might say different. And how fortunate all of you are, and all of us, and those of you that don't know Kathy, is that Kathy is so capable, but she is willing to listen and give her time to so many things that improves our community. It's absolutely fantastic. And Kathy knows I thank her. I'm going to thank you for something that Kathy actually is involved in, and it's from the Graham High School Academic Foundation. Kathy is a member, and I am a member. Each year, the Graham High School Academic Foundation has a banquet at Fincastle to recognize all of the academic teams, and it is amazing. Last year, we had in attendance 278 people. That includes all of the academic teams, parents, and everything. Now, the Graham High School Academic Foundation pays for the dinner for the students, for our board members, and for all the teachers at Graham High School that wants to attend, plus the custodians at Graham High School want to come, and I always observe a table for them, and they bring their family. So what I'm here to thank you is that this year we have usually, and it's about this way, 30 different sponsors. And we used to call them table sponsors, but we just now call them sponsors. And the town of Bluefield was a sponsor. So your name was on the town of Bluefield, the name is on the program, and everyone that attended could see that. So thank you for all of that help. Now, last year, it was so wonderful. No, year before, the team the program that's called DECA, they won state competition, and they flew to Las Vegas, and the foundation paid most of the money for that. Also, there is a wonderful class type thing that Lee Brown is in charge of, and it's called the Model MGA. And once a year, about usually around 28 students, and that's what I just think so wonderful, gets to go to Richmond and run our state government for one day. 2 years ago, one of the students was elected as governor of the state of Virginia. And it's just things like that that goes on with this Graham High School Academic Foundation that just is wonderful. And we are able to provide money. The teachers can make grant requests for materials to use in their classroom because the county cannot afford. You know, we're not the only school. I used to think when I was a kid, well, what do they mean they can't afford? Well, there's more schools than Graham Middle and Graham High and Graham Intermediate, that thing, in the county, as you well know. So, the wonderful thing about the town of Bluefield and the Academic Foundation is that they're always there to help the curriculum at the schools, not just Graham High, but I also was taught at Graham Middle for years. And we knew we could get some help with getting extra materials. Now, I think there's one young man, did I see James?
Yeah, it's right behind you.
Right behind you.
Jimmy.
Here's one young man that had to put up with me forever. But, you know, he is still just like he was then, except he's an adult. And James always, do you remember those two little boys from the Baptist, that came in from the Baptist orphanage? They had been in it in Salem, Virginia. Guess who helped them all the time? James. All I had to do, he was also in my gifted program. He might not have even known he was in the gifted program.
No doubt.
But anyway, I came to thank you so much for always helping educators in our county here. And the other thing I was supposed to tell you may also know, I've been sworn in to the Tall Structures Appeals Board. And I've already been to court, and I don't know who nominated me, but it's all about businesses that affect our mountains. And I love windmills, but I can tell you, no way or I'm going to ever allow them to cut down all of our beautiful mountain because of a windmill. But we have been trying to get some businesses down a little bit west of us here that will be very good. So thank you this evening. I'll go on and get back home out of your way and you can do your business.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Any other citizens' comments?
Oh, I'm sure I've talked so much, they don't have a comment. Does anyone have a comment? No.
Everybody's fine. Thank you.
Now you smile the whole time. Do you have a comment?
I'm just enjoying you.
So, and good luck, and I'll tell you, this gentleman tries to, I know at the banquet that we have, a banquet that at the end of the year for the academic teams, that's at Fincastle. You come and you try to be supportive, don't you? Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Massey?
Okay, well, does anyone have a question?
Not me.
Not you, okay.
Well, Evans under Massey, I live in Hickory Hills on Winter Creek Drive. I've been there since '74. I was there when the road was built. My house runs along the right of way of 460. On this right of way, there's two big trees. Big trees, rotten. Now, if those trees fall, they're gonna destroy my house, maybe kill somebody, and some other property. I don't know who's responsible for that. I've tried to find out from you and you. Nothing. They said they can't do nothing. I pay my taxes. I'm a citizen of Louisville, Virginia. What I'd like to do is the people that is responsible for that right of way, I would like somebody to send them a registered letter. So I'll know if one of those trees falls and damages my property, destroys my house, maybe kills my wife and me, I want to be able to sue them. I want it on record. Can you help me? I don't want yes or no.
I will tell you, I'll do everything I can to find.
You tried that one time before, it didn't work.
With the state, maybe we could contact I think they call him the regional engineer.
I don't care who you
We try to
contact.
get him.
I'm just a dumb old country boy, I don't have no education. But I'm not stupid. Now, I've been told this before, they can't do nothing. I understand if the tree is not dead and it falls your property, my insurance will cover it. It's dead and it falls my property, who's gonna cover that? If I go up beside my fence and build a fire and it gets up in the right of way, they will put me in jail.
They're gonna want
But
you
they
to
can do anything they want to my property, they can't do nothing. That's not right. I pay my taxes. That's what you people are supposed to do, is take care of the citizens.
I will try to get a hold of the regional engineer. That's who you start.
I don't care who
And see
you
if
are,
I
I
can
don't
get him
know,
over there.
I don't know letter sent to them.
and
Where's your letter?
get something going. We'll try that, and even maybe send them a letter to ask them to come and help us, because there's more than one issue with that road. There's a lot of water issues with that road.
You got that right, they come to our neighborhood, they was, after this last flood, they was gonna fix that, they never have fixed it.
Haven't-
They come through there and put some flags down the street. You have to move and mow your grass. Water still runs down the road. We need street lights there now. You live there. He lives there. They know we need street lights up there. They started putting in one time beside the turnaround at my house, dug a ditch. Never was put in. Stayed there about 3 months. We just built it back in. I mean, that's, in the water situation, they was gonna fix that, and never have done a thing.
It starts up
It's
there.
been 2 years.
Starts up there on Cove Street and comes down through. It's my understanding that when the sanitary board does their thing up there, they're supposed to address that now.
Every time we have a hard rain, water comes down the road.
Yes, yeah, right down the road, and most of the time in people's yards,
That's right.
especially.
So who is that on, Donnie? I mean, because I know somebody, I see what he's saying. I mean, if he went and did something and water was gushing down the road, then we would be on him and the town would to fix it. And he's got an ongoing issue.
I'm not worried about the
Sounds
water,
like- sounds
but I'm
like
worried
we're
about them 2
just-
trees.
We're just passing the buck here.
It's the same thing.
Because I'm gonna sue somebody.
The water
I
and
get
the
me a
trees
lawyer,
are the
I'll sue
same.
somebody.
And, maybe we can get our attorney involved with, sending a letter to VDOT.
I want a register, so
A
they'll know.
registered letter, so we have proof.
And I want a copy of it.
To have, get something done, try. They're,
I mean, it sounds like a couple things need fixed,
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
years ago, they came over there and looked, and, I don't remember who the VDOT guy was. I think you and Arnold was there, Arnold was eating him up. And, he said, well, y'all understand it's been X amount of years since we put this road in, so we don't have any, responsibility. I said, well, you want to put it in? The water's coming
I'm
down.
not worried about the road, I'm worried about the trees.
Yeah, well, it's basically the same issue, 2 issues that are both on VDOT. So I'll get the colonel to get with the attorney and send a certified letter to them stating that, and make sure you get a copy of
And
it.
if you do, I'll shake your hand.
We'll do that. We'll figure out a way to get it done, let's say it that way.
Now, I go home and argue with my wife about coming up here. She said, don't go up there, don't go up.
You come up here anytime you want to.
But I mean, she didn't want me to come up there saying anything.
Say, no, that's what, we have to have people to come to enlighten us so we can then try to act. But I think, I don't know that anything can happen, you know, getting it done, but we can try, you know.
I wanna know one way or another, I mean, when you find out.
Okay, all right,
I appreciate it.
all right, thank you, Mr. Massey.
Y'all have a good day.
Is there anybody else that would like to speak under citizens' comments? No one else wants to speak, so we'll go to the police chief's report.
I don't have much report. Mr. Mayor had a third baby at the PD just right before I walked up here, so 2 out on baby leave, well, 3 out on baby leave right now, so we're a little short-handed, but.
So was it born today?
What's that? Yeah, just, right before I walked up here before the meeting.
Oh, Vicky called me today and told me we had an officer's wife in the hospital ready to have a baby. So, was it a boy or girl?
Boy, 8
Well,
pounds.
boy's here now, that's a great thing.
I think 8 pounds, 4 ounces. something like that.
Goodness gracious. God. Anything else, sir? Thank you. Attorney's report.
Mr. Mayor and Council, working with Mr. Hanson on various issues. Also want to take a second and thank Mr. Hanson and Council. I'll be heading to Lynchburg at the crack of dawn on Friday to join my fellow Virginia municipal law attorneys in a seminar with a number of very interesting topics, some of which may be immediately helpful to the town, one of which is data centers. Looking forward to meeting face-to-face with some of my peers who, on a day-to-day basis, try to provide counsel to counties and towns and cities here in the Commonwealth.
Well, thank you. Maybe you could bring that subject up to them, and maybe they could enlighten us how to go forward. You know, it's aggravating to try to fight state, county, because you don't know where to go. You talk to this one, well, that one can't do it. You know, it is hard, and I know the property that he's talking about, and it's pretty bad. It really is. So maybe you can get some information. Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, I guess I can skip over this one, but I won't. We'll have the town manager's report.
Mr. Mayor, council members, what we've dealt with many times with Mr. Massey issue is that the tree, nobody's gonna do anything about the tree. It's not gonna happen. We've dealt with this 5 times at least since I've been here. A tree on a neighbor's property, it could be growing over that person in that neighbor's house, and there's nothing I can do.
But this is a state. It's on the state's property.
Right, they own the property, and that tree, unless it's a dead tree and it is hanging by a pencil and gonna wipe his house out, I do not believe, if it's still a live tree, a viable tree, a happy little tree, that's not gonna do it, period. So I don't wanna get Mr. Massey's hopes up, I will inquire about it, since
Is it about to fall down?
they're fine.
Yeah, they're big, but.
They're
but
big.
see,
They're big
that-
trees.
See, that's our problem. That's the problem we have everywhere. Until somebody kicks their butt, nothing's gonna get done. They're gonna keep passing the damn bill for it, just like the water issue. It is their problem. Now, what do we have to do to make it their problem? Go up there and shut their damn road down? You know, it's ridiculous. They built this thing. They were told when they built it by a lot of people, you're gonna kill us with water. Oh, no, we got that handled. And they're washing the neighborhood away. It's all documented that they were told they were gonna do it. There's got to be some recourse somewhere to force them into fixing things. I mean, if the town of Bluefield, Virginia did it, they'd be all over us.
You're right.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I know, I fought it the same over all these years and all, I know it is, but it's just so frustrating to us as a board, you as the manager, and especially the citizens when the town can't go over there and cut that tree down. We go over and cut the tree down, gosh, I mean, we'd be cutting every tree in the whole town. But there should be something, shouldn't there? There should be some recourse. I don't know. Thank you, sir. I'm.
Well, I don't know, but the trees have also been there for 50 to 70 years.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't just grow overnight, and VDOT didn't put them there.
I don't understand why they didn't cut them when they were building. Oversight, I guess.
Well,
Of course, they were little 50
I'm
years
sure
ago.
one person doesn't like the trees, and that person wants to shade it.
Yeah, you're right.
So, if the trees that Mr. Massey says appear to be in imminent danger to his property or house, then yes, I'm sure VDOT should use it. I don't believe that those trees are in that cap.
Okay.
So, but I will go look at them and make an assessment.
Where is the Sigma now?
Hickory Hill, get by Graham High School. He's the one that's got the swimming pool on the left-hand side.
They're on that
Next door to Arnold Mission.
About halfway there.
Yeah. Thank you, Colonel, for looking into that.
I'll wait.
You're welcome. Okay, calendar review. We have not much going on for the rest of the month, just closing out budget actions and getting ready for the start of the new fiscal year. We have flags will start to go in on the 26th at the water fountain, the Lions Club, with their fields of honor. Plan to start at the water fountain on the 26th, Jack Asbury Square on the 27th, the Sanders House on the 28th, and the University Property Stadium and College Drive, the 29th to the 30th. So you'll start to see the flags appearing in those locations. The big news, of course, is the 250th anniversary celebration. So on the 1st of July, the dedication or unveiling of the Fields of Honor Lions Club event will be at 1 p.m. on the 1st. That'll be a pretty big to-do there. The 2nd is fireworks and baseball game with the Ridge Runners. The 3rd, we have Harmony Acres has a big 4th of July 250th anniversary activities at Harmony Acres. And then the 4th, the 4th of July itself, is all the non-doings at the City Park. Parade begins at 1 p.m. and goes all the way through a Ridge Runners baseball game, closing out about 9 p.m. So it should be a full day of activities in the park for the 4th of July. You'll start to see more advertisements for that, of course, here, even one on WBVA coming up. In your emails, you'll see a survey that was put out by the Friends of Southwest Virginia. If you have opportunity to take that survey, please do. We'll be pitted against the other towns in the county and multiple counties for participation rate. So the more we participate, the more we say what we want or what we need here, I think the better off we may become in their final product. So I do encourage the leadership of the town to participate in that survey. Send it to the IDA, Planning Commission, and you, of course, as the council. And I sent it to the directors within the town. Two good news stories I want to report from the police department. Received feedback from 2 separate incidents, and I want to share this specifically. Officer Justice was executing a foot patrol at the Walmart shopping center area, and a man came out of Walmart. He was stealing a belt, and the theft prevention from Walmart stopped the man, and they really weren't gonna report it to us since it was such a low dollar amount. But since Officer Justice happened to be there, and he noticed that the man legitimately needed a belt because his pants were falling down, and after interviewing the man a little more, the man did not have any means or money to pay for the belt, and Officer Justice paid for the belt and gave it to the man. So, what I want to highlight there is, if you need a belt, just make sure Officer Justice is at hand. What I want to highlight there is that Officer Justice didn't need to do that, really didn't even need to be involved in the situation, wouldn't have been called to the situation, but he displayed an exorbitant amount of kindness, and my hat's off to him for doing that. The next story, this is from a person sent us email. I'll read it here, redact some pieces of it, but a person wrote in, this is his verbiage now. Long history was struggling with drug addiction for the past 5 years. After I last relapsed, I've spent more time in the madness than I care and want to bother you with. I was homeless, broken, and often would hope and pray for God that my next use would just take me on out of this world, because I was so tired of hating myself, tired of struggling to carry myself through to the next day. I wanted out of this life so bad, but in the tight grips of addiction, fentanyl and meth, I thought would be my end. But I believe wholeheartedly that God finally seen how desperately I wanted and needed help. On a certain night, God sent the help I needed. I was faded out in the back of a Chevy S10 pickup when the vehicle was pulled over by the Bluefield, Virginia Police Department. Not only did the 6 carloads of your officers treat me like a human being and not like a scum of the earth like I felt, but the leading officer, Officer Webb, was respectful and kind. I never experienced that from a cop. Regardless of the reason for the stop, Officer Webb rescued me that night, and I'm grateful for that officer. Do me a favor and let him know that I'm grateful for and appreciate him for showing up to work that day. Today I'm almost 9 months sober and working at the recovery point in Bluefield, West Virginia. I get to help people today because Officer Webb and the Bluefield, Virginia Police Department helped me.
Wow.
Good.
Then, so great testimony to our officers and the department that Chief Gunner has created here. Are there any questions? That's all I have.
So where will the dedication be, July 1st?
July 1st dedication will be roughly at the clock tower on the corner of Stadium and College. We'll have a one of our blue
Bluefield University.
tents out there, and so rain or shine, it'll go on. But I anticipate kind of being close to the clock. You have to kind of got to do a little survey work, so don't quote me, but it'll be at the University Park.
2 colonels are speaking, correct?
The program has, they're at the Lions Club, and then they have a space for Mr. Marson and myself.
Thank you.
Carl, any update on the data center? I know it was a little while back, or the property over here next door.
No, I think I have not heard of anything about that.
How about the other one?
The other one, the people that were inquiring about that were in negotiation with the Tierney's and the Leatherwood Corporation, but I don't have an update on the progress.
All right. Next, we have council comments. Poor little Megan's down there all by herself. Could we start with you, Megan?
Sure, yeah.
those stories about our officers were incredible to hear. So thank you, Amy, for sharing that. Thank you everyone for being here, and that's all I got.
Well, thank you, Ms. Kathy.
I'm gonna be just like Megan. Thank you for being here. Thank you for our wonderful police department. And everybody have a happy Fourth of July. That's next week, right?
Yeah, coming up quick. Mr. Trigg?
I thank everybody for showing up. I have one comment I just want to make, on the young one, was just hearing about the trees. And I'm glad the way you're trying to handle it, because once you do something and go on the property, you got everybody in town, you want the same thing, so you gotta be consistent in the way you handle it. That's something I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah.
So, good deal.
Ms. Karen?
Well, I just want to say what a fantastic job y'all did on the budget. It's amazing, really, it's amazing. And, yeah, I think say wow to the police, and I'm so glad you shared that. That's good news. And I did have a question about, last meeting, Stacy Mullins came and she requested, to see the camera.
Yeah, she did not follow up with me, and she did not submit a FOIA request that I'm aware of. I did show her our transparency portal, and the transparency portal that Chief Gunner erected, it's really a requirement, shows all the agencies that we share with, and the only agencies we do share with are internal to Virginia and no federal agencies. So that may have answered her question.
I was just wondering if that ever materialized. That's all.
You?
Chief, that's great to hear about the police. They never get in today's times in this country, the recognition a lot of times they deserve, and it's wonderful to hear that. I've always been a big police supporter. And that's really all. Happy 4th of July to everyone. Colonel, thank you for your service to this country.
You're welcome.
The only thing I have is, I want to thank this council. We've had a pretty good year. I hope this council understands what a good staff and management team we have. We haven't always had that. Everybody's had a job before, but we now have people who take everything to heart. I mean, they really, everything they do, it's to the heart. They want to make sure it's right. They want to make sure that citizens are being served correctly. I don't like the colonel's answers sometimes, but you can't get the answer you want every single time. But he handles it so well, and that's helped me in a couple of years with the mayor here, and you have to learn that, because I'm one of these people that wants to jump on it right this minute and go down and cut the state's throat, and tell them cut the tree and get it the heck out of here. Gotta go to, I wasn't gonna go to the governor, she wouldn't know what a chainsaw is, she might have banned them, but.
Yes, she would ban them.
Yeah, she probably would. But I would like to also recognize the patchwork quilters. Y'all had a wonderful show from what everybody says, and would you please tell Miss Kupasamy, I tried to email her back, and I didn't get anything. When I had this surgeries on my knees, I wasn't able to come. The only daggone year they had something there for sale, and I didn't get to go.
They had a bunch of quilts for like $350.
I would want, little Hannah Shopley, well, it's Hannah
We
something else.
did have a vendor who was transporting by ambulance out of the, collapsed. I have no idea what happened.
Oh, my goodness.
That happened on Saturday around 2:30, 3 o'clock.
But you did have a real good turnout, didn't you?
On Friday, there was a lot went on Saturday. I don't think there was a great turnout on Saturday.
They always do a really good job.
It was nice.
And I'll tell you one thing, if you've never been, you won't believe some of the people in this town do those wills.
This is
And the
14
amazing
year.
work. The work is amazing, but anyway, thank everybody for coming. I thank our staff. The report you all got tonight from the manager about the police department, that's only a drop in the bucket. It's every single day. I get phone calls or people will stop me and say something about how professional, how nice, and various things that these police officers do. And these police officers don't do it for recognition. They really don't. We have, just everybody can't be a police officer, but our chief, they really check them out really well when we get the cream of the crop. And I think we have by far the best police department anywhere around, just like the fire department, and just like our staff. Guys, you can look out here in this park lot, you see these nice vehicles. We used to have vehicles they had to hide because they didn't want anybody to see them, that's how bad they were. Through the proper management, and they said, we've come a long way. So I look forward to the next few years of us serving together. With that being said, is there anybody else that would have anything that they'd like to bring before this council at this time or management? Not hearing any, I'll have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Motion, second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Meeting is closed. Thank everybody for coming and participating.